There we go. Okay, so we are live now. Here we go. Michael, thank you so much for joining me today. Love your Instagram account. Why don't you tell the people out there who don't know about it what you got going on?
Well, thank you so much for having me. Myself and my partner, Heather, she's my life partner and my business partner. So we have a business called Life Upgrade. That's our Instagram account. We're just new to Instagram. We're just trying to get the word out there to tell people what we do. We've been doing what we do for probably 15 years. So we're just trying to get the word out and give some free tips and pointers, just give some people some positivity, something to kind of go to on Instagram.
Oh, and a fun page that you got going. Love the blend of, hey, here's my family and here's some strategies as well.
Yeah.
Fellow father, you have two daughters. Can you share some insight for dads out there on how to connect?
Well, number one, we need to put an effort in and take the time to do what they want to do, like look into their interests. So if I look back to when they're younger, yeah, playing games and stuff, but I play a lot of Barbies. I play a lot of baby dolls, nail painting. Then we can also play Xbox board games. We do all types of stuff, but I think it's important across genders to make sure that you're letting your guard down as a dad and just kind of getting in there, being silly, trying new things, doing things you probably didn't do when you were a kid. But now it's a whole new experience. So that's what I focus on, is like, what do they want to do? And I figure out how to do it, the kind of stuff they enjoy, take an interest in them.
Awesome. Let your guard try something that you normally wouldn't do and be willing to put yourself out there. Love that strategy.
For sure. And number two, this is for all of kids, but for mine, I do it now. And I did it when I fostered teens, and is morning time and bedtime, I find, are key times to really focus and connect. So morning time, I make sure that if I'm on my phone, if I'm up first, that I put my phone down when they come down. Hey, how was your sleep? How are you doing? Did you go to sleep well? What did you dream about? What are your thoughts about today? Stuff like that. So having a conversation regardless of what's going on, and having that like special time in the morning, and then talking about when we're going to spend time apart, then when we're going to come back and spend time together. So you're letting them know that when we're going to meet up again, so then they can, that's a beautiful too, is giving them that assurance, right? And then bedtime, I think, is like, you want to have a bedtime routine. And what we've been doing is lately, which the girls enjoy and I enjoy, is about the last 15 minutes before they go to sleep, I've been sitting in their room and we just talk. And we just talk about life. And I just listen to them. And it's interesting because they'll tell me things and talk about things we don't talk about during the day. Like, you know, how the mind kind of gets going at night while we're winding down. And yeah, so we really just, that last 15 minutes before they go to bed, we just laugh and giggle and talk. And then no matter what's going on that day, if it was a good day or maybe a day where there's some struggles, we're ending the day on this great note of connecting. So then we all feel good.
Love that strategy though. And then it seems like it becomes a habit or a ritual, and every night they're looking forward to it. You know, you have that time set aside to connect, but kind of bookending the day, because work kind of gets in the middle.
Yeah.
But if you can start it right, end it right, and then anything else is additional.
Yeah, exactly. The in-between's bonus. That's the way we look at it too. So
one of the things that we do with my daughter and my son as well, we have both, but what we like to do, we have a tradition of getting up and having breakfast together. And some days my daughter cooks and some days my son will cook. And it's just a great time to interact. And like you said, emphasize on putting that phone down. I just leave it downstairs. I come up and that helps me to focus on what they're doing, even if they're just making scrambled eggs, but going over there, hey, can I help you? And it just opens up that dialogue to talk about the day.
Yeah, totally. So it doesn't necessarily matter what you're doing, like you just described, but that time, right? Just that undivided attention time, I find, is where a lot of nowadays where parents need reminders to just be present and not worry about everything else, but just be present with your children and be in that moment and just enjoy that moment. Because that's that time, that's that special stuff, right?
It is, and it's tougher whenever they were younger. It's easy, right? You want that connection, you want that bonding, but when they get to be a teen, that kind of goes by the wayside. They push away a little bit. I know I still want that connection, and I'm struggling and trying to find all the ways that I can to continue that relationship. So love those two strategies that you provided, Michael. Thank you so much. Would you like to say anything on the way out?
You're welcome, and thank you for having me. Just what I do is right now I'm focusing a lot of my energy on a parenting program. So if any parents out there are looking for some additional help or like kind of want to check out my page and stuff and they like what I'm doing, they can get a hold of me and we can go from there. So
excellent. Michael, thank you so much for your strategies.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. I'm going to stop recording.